And we are live. Hello, Philippines. Hi, SME community. I'm with my good friend MARILEN Montenegro, who is wow, when I met her, model, very young model, started modeling very, very young. She actually, part of the whole introduction, MARILEN, you signed up with me in New Skin a long time ago.
Yes, that's
Yeah, and
right.
and you sold Two Face Essence Ultra. And when we were signing up, you were saying, I'm just about to start my web page or blog or something like that.
Oh,
I
okay.
remember. And then you put up Marilan Styles.
Right.
And since then, you now have 19,000 followers on Instagram. You are an interior stylist, a product stylist, and a very patient wife.
Yeah.
I'm just teasing. I'm going to tease her when he sees this. And so, everyone, I want to welcome Miss Marilen Montenegro. Yay.
Hi. Thank you for inviting me, Robert. So nice to be here
Max.
and to chat with all of you.
Okay, let me just check the group, right?
Okay.
Um, let me just check here and I'll send out the link, no, just to make sure that the audience is there.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second. And right now you're in Subic, no? Oh, there, the broadcast is live. Marcus
Yes.
announcement. And so everyone, I want to welcome. Okay, my sound is good. Oh, wow, we have viewers from Oman. We have people watching from Germany. Wow, a lot of my top leaders are watching. The team actually,
That's
Marilan, is from all over the
mm-hmm.
world, though. So we have the
That's
team.
amazing.
Yeah, I have really an amazing group. We have here people from Vienna. Hi, Sarah Jane from Vienna. We have people from Moscow. We have people from, gosh, quite all over the world.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, so everyone's coming in. Oh, wait. Let me just share the link. How's life in Subic right now? While I share.
Oops,
Oops.
sorry.
Oops.
It's good. So yes, we were fortunate enough that our house here was just vacated by the tenants. And so we had it disinfected, we had it cleaned, we had to buy new appliances and bed sheets and all these things so that we could stay here. We were planning to be here for only 2 weeks, but we liked it so much. So much better than Manila. At least the kids can go out and play.
Yeah, and good timing. I mean, we didn't know that we were going to go back into MECQ, and that's a good place to
Yes,
be. So at
yeah.
least you can walk
Yeah,
around
that's
there. No?
right.
You see the
Right.
monkeys? Are there monkeys?
Yes, there are monkeys. We've seen monkeys, the birds. It's pretty cool.
I like those monkeys. Okay, the links are sent out. We're good to start now. Marilyn, we invite experts, no?
Mhm.
And wow, I mean, I really am impressed with your Instagram. You know,
Gosh, thank you.
yeah, I'm really impressed with the quality and 19,000. I've been in Instagram for a long. I still have 1,103 followers.
Hmm.
um, we went through the range of topics, but I'm gonna let you have the floor, right? So, and I'll be looking once in a while down here for the questions. No, but guys, Marilen's
Sure.
gonna talk about how to build a successful Instagram account. Walk us through it. So the stage is yours. Let me put you on close up.
Okay. Well, setting up an Instagram brand used to be easier, or rather, a following. They, however, changed their algorithm in the past few years, and they've made it harder for people to gain a number of followers. But there's still ways around it. And I guess I just want to share the tips that I know of based on the research that I've done and some online courses that I took about building a brand. I am a product stylist, and so I am also somewhat into branding. I'm also an interior stylist. So I guess first of all, you need to decide on your brand aesthetic. So it has to somewhat match. If you have a website, then it should, of course, match the look of your website as well. Keep the same fonts as much as possible and the same colors. And use your logo to put on the profile picture, if not your very own profile picture, but that logo should say what you are trying to communicate or the type of branding that you want. Like there are also Instagram accounts that you should study because they're different looks, and it pays to have a cohesive look on your feed. For instance, there are those that really like something bright on their Instagram and something with a lot of white color or a lot of negative space, so to speak. And if you guys are on your cell phones now, I can name a couple of Instagram accounts just so that you know what I'm saying when it comes to branding.
Yeah.
Maybe you can check Megan, MEGHANK Brown. So Megan Brown is my fitness coach. And if you take a look at her photos, it's very light and bright. And it looks very airy. And she will just post a variety of lifestyle photos and videos that communicate what exactly she's doing. And then if you are not really into that sort of branding, maybe you could take a look at my friend. Her Instagram account is Go Jackie Go. So GOJACKIEGO. Go Jackie Go. So Jackie's Instagram account is more of dark, and there's a certain mood, a mysterious mood to her feed. So there are different ways, but it pays to have an overall look. You can also check one of the very famous influencers in Manila. Her Instagram account is Patty Laurel. So PATTYLAUREL. Patty's Instagram feed is very colorful. So she uses a lot of vivid colors.
I'll check it.
Yes. So you can see where I'm going, which is it is important to have an overall feed that will be pleasing to one's eye because it will still attract. Now there's
Mm. Uh, yeah,
yes,
Patty, it's really colorful.
yes, it's very colorful. There are reports and
Yeah.
research right now that say that Instagram viewers prefer a more authentic feel than a set up kind of photo. So what I want to say is that you can produce authentic photos of you doing your everyday thing at home. Like if you are, let's say you want to promote some skincare, then maybe a photo of you doing your skincare thing in the bathroom. But you need to pay attention. So, and make sure that the colors that you use will go with the rest of your feed. So it's not so staged anymore, but it's really more of everyday life, how you would live life and how you would do things every day at home, because your viewers will want authenticity. And that is really important to communicate, especially when you are selling some products.
Okay.
Aside from building the brand, oh, if you have questions, just let me know, Robert, if anyone has something to ask,
Yeah, no,
because
right
I'm just
now,
going to go on and on.
no, go on. Actually, I'm writing down notes, no? I mean, definitely,
Okay.
as you share, please work in how do you get your kids to cooperate?
Ah, okay. So, I take pictures of my kids I when I just feel like it. But because my personal Instagram feed, which is MARILEN Styles, by the way, is I like to have a lot of white, and I like to keep it very bright. um, I just make sure that when I take photos of my children, I have a lot of negative space or a big blank wall behind, or maybe
Mm,
the floor is more seen. So there's still a lot of white in the picture. And a good way, a good tip to taking photos with children is to make sure that they wear something. You're safe with plain. If they wear
yeah.
plain clothes, nothing printed, no cartoon characters, then that's the safest. You'll surely come up with a clean, good feed that way.
Yeah, I've actually been very impressed with you during the lockdown because the amount of content that you've pumped out has been, well, it's been a lot, and it was all in your one apartment, diba? But it looks like to
Yes.
me you're traveling the world, but it's all your apartment and the beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful
right.
shots.
Thank you.
We
Yeah,
were,
so
yeah,
I try to think of different setups. So sometimes I'd say, okay, can we have another pictorial? Because the last one we had, you guys were so small, and then also aside from 1 day pictorial where maybe I'll take about 15 different shots and we'll have about 3 outfit changes,
oh wow,
I con- continuously take photos of them throughout the week, like
okay.
random photos of them or random photos of me doing something. Yes.
For the team to know, no, you and I, we always spend like New Year's, no, at least for me, every other New Year, our families get together, and I cornered you, because I always want to learn from people who
Yeah,
are,
I also like to learn from you.
yeah. So I
So that's
cornered you
great.
and I said,
Yeah.
"Teach me what you're doing. How are you doing it?" And the one question, and this question's coming up now, are the apps that you use to edit your pictures. No, which apps do you use more often than not?
Okay. So, believe it or not, most of my content is made through this. Even my videos are made through this. I have a lot of IGTV videos. We should discuss that later on
Yeah,
because
yeah,
videos are
IGTV.
pretty big. But I do
Really?
everything with
Okay.
the iPhone, and I have, um, to begin with, always try to take your photos with good daylight.
Daylight,
Like
natural
open the
light.
curtains, stay near the window if you can, and then from there you just need very minimal editing. But the apps that I like to use Snapseed.
Yeah.
And if I show my picture on screen, do you think you'll see it?
Yeah.
Let's try so we can show them what I'm trying to
Yeah.
do.
You introduced me to Snapseed. I like Snapseed.
Oh,
Picolage
yes, yeah.
also. Picolage comes out pretty well.
Yes, yes. So, trying to pick a photo.
By the
Okay,
way,
so
okay.
yeah, this is can you see it?
Yeah.
This is a photo of my children scootering.
Yeah.
So, if I wanted to brighten that up, what I would do is I would go to tools in Snapseed, go to tools, and then you'll see something called brush.
Yeah. Brush.
And on brush, I go to exposure. And all I do is I swipe my finger and it brightens everything. So that's the easiest way if your Instagram feed is bright and light and very airy. And then sometimes if it needs a little bit more contrast, then I'll adjust the contrast. I'll go to tools again and I'll go to contrast and I'll adjust it so that it's a little bit sharper there.
Galing.
So that's the easiest way. But there are other apps like VSCO, which already have a lot of presets that you can use. There's also Lightroom. So a lot of people use Lightroom. I've tried it, but I still prefer Snapseed for my personal feed. So if you're going for, let's say, more moody Instagram feed, just like Go Jackie Goes, then you'll probably be better off using Lightroom because these have presets. And then all you need to do is copy the settings of a certain photo and then paste it onto another photo. So that's pretty easy. There's so many tutorials on YouTube that will teach you how to do these things. Yeah. I also learned a lot from this Instagram lady. Her name is Digi Girls.
Okay.
Let me see. Sorry. Yeah, the Digi Girls. So if you can see this.
Hang on. Let me zoom in. Okay. Oops. Okay. The digital. Okay. Galing.
So if you go through her stories, her Instagram story, she has a lot of tutorials on how to use Snapseed, how to add all these effects and filters.
Questions.
Yeah, so
So
that's, yes.
Anne had a question. Do you plan your posts, or do you just,
Oh, yes.
yeah, you calendar it?
Yes. So I calendar it. Another app that I use is, sorry, here, just so that you can see. This right here is called Preview, the one with squares, with colorful squares.
Okay.
It's called Preview. And I use that to plan my content. And it works because I can move it, I can drag and move, like, and to see what will work beside which photo. So what you want to do is you want to put a lot of different kinds of photos, and then if like let's say, sorry, let me see. Let's say this photo, if I were to put this photo near, sorry, wait. Why is it not dragging? Okay, if I were to put this photo beside this, it is too near each other and it wouldn't work because they're both very busy. So I try to spread things around so that there are a lot of white in between. And a busy photo should not go beside another busy photo, is what I'm trying to say, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Instagram has gotten so powerful, right?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, thank you for dressing up for the interview.
Yeah. No, I had to shoot. I still have the props here behind me, so I had to shoot an Instagram endorsement for some laundry soap.
No, galing. I mean, so even 19,000 followers, you could make a substantial living, no?
Yes,
It's quite
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Now, but for our
Yes.
team though, our priority would be to sell the new skin products and to
Right.
ano. Oh, wait, quick commercial though. You like our baobab,
Sure.
no? You like our baobab.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it was very important to me to get you to evaluate it because you are very well versed in wellness and
Mm-hmm.
you make sure that there are no harmful ingredients
Yes.
that enter your body, and you evaluate baobab, and it passed your standards. So I'm very happy. Yeah.
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 So it smells so good also.
I
And
know.
I'm gonna start posting photos of that soon.
Ah, okay. Well, it's coming. Wait, I lost my feed. Let me just get it back up. There.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, why would someone make a post over a story? What's the power of one over the other?
Okay. So Instagram stories would be something that you want to use to show your viewers how you use a product or how your everyday life is. So what you put on Instagram stories would be anything and everything you are doing throughout the day that you want to make your followers see. And I do not use any filters, or I do not curate my Instagram post. I show it as it is, and that's where you can be more authentic. Like you can show how you really scrub your face, and you can show that you have a zit but it's going away with your with the
Lumis
what
pa.
is it, age lock or
Yeah.
whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. um there, so Instagram stories are only on for 24 hours and they don't stay on your feed forever, and the only people who can really see your Instagram stories would be those who communicate with you on a regular basis, or those who really take a look at your feed and comment on your feed. So engagement is very important. When people send you messages on IG stories or even on the feed, you need to reply because that's how you also build your visibility. So Instagram has an algorithm, and the algorithm is that once you post on your feed, you have 1 hour. That 1 hour is very crucial because the more people who comment or like your picture that you post in 1 hour will mean that it's pushing your photo up and it's making your photo more visible to more viewers and to more followers. Not just because you have 19,000 followers. I mean, not just because I have 19,000 followers. It does not mean that those 19,000 will see my post.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they really do something and make it quite difficult. And it doesn't work that way. There's only a handful that can see your post. And so that's how you build engagement, you build visibility by answering their questions, by in your stories you also have the option to put stickers and polls. You can ask, okay, do you think I look better in this outfit or this? Or let's say, are you having problems with your skin? And then people can answer yes or no. And then that builds more engagement. And at the same time, you really come off as someone authentic because they see that you really use your products and that you are going through, you're human because you have flaws, but this product is working or this is helping you feel better or things like that, right?
The when you started it out though, like, did you specify, okay, this is how, we say when you're making your brand, write down the top three things that people want to know. Who's your target audience? Did you go through that? Like,
Yes.
I want to be a wellness, stay-at-home mom, fitness, interior design. How did you
Yes.
prepare before you launched Maryland Styles?
Um, so I really zeroed in. I had to zero in to my offers, and what I offer
Okay,
is interior design. So
okay,
anything and everything to do with the house and organizing. And I'm also a homeschooling mom. So
all right,
that's where
homeschool.
I bring my children in, and that's how I put my content in when it comes to lifestyle or being a mom or being a homemaker. Then aside from that, also I've gotten into fitness, and so I do a lot of posts maybe of me working out and things like that. But yeah, it really has to mimic what you are trying to communicate and what you are.
Do you limit it to like three, four, five?
No,
Um,
um, uh, yeah, probably five. I wouldn't go more than five because then people get confused,
right.
you know. So I don't know how you guys do it because you have a lot of products, but you can choose maybe for a time, you can choose, okay, for let's say 5 months, I want to push these four products. And so that's what you keep on posting about, that's what you keep on talking about.
Good
And
tip.
then you can experiment, and then after 5 months, go on to another product that you wanna talk about and that you wanna promote.
Okay. Now, I started doing my comics, right? And I started posting my comics on Instagram.
Yeah,
After posting, I think 50, I gained two followers. I don't
it's
know.
not easy. Yes,
Yeah. Can
it's
you
so
teach
hard
us
because
how do you grow followers? I mean, so this is the extent of my knowledge now. Hashtags,
yes,
hashtags, and connect my Instagram to Facebook. And all I'm doing is just trying to get the same followers of Facebook and Instagram, and then comment on other people's Instagrams.
yes,
That's it. That's it. Any other
yes.
ideas?
Um, okay, so you can do a lot of Instagram, IGTV, Instagram
Okay,
videos
I've
because
never.
right
Yeah.
now, Instagram videos is something that Instagram itself, they're trying to push that. And so what happens is when you go search or when you go explore on Instagram, you'll actually see a lot of videos of other people along with the feed, right? And so people who you won't normally see, you'll see on the IGTV feed. And sometimes you'll be lucky enough to be on that feed also. I don't know how they select it, to be
Okay.
honest. I don't
Okay.
know how they select who gets more exposure or not. Obviously, if you have more followers, you have more exposure because more people are commenting. So that's one tip that I can give. Another tip would be um, to be active with your followers and to really communicate
Engage. No.
and
Yeah.
engage with them. And if they use a product, ask them how they like it, or comment on their photos also, so that they will check you out and comment on yours also, and then you build this sort of understanding that you're supporting each other. There are also a lot of Instagram groups that are formed, and sometimes you can send a message, and a bunch of
Oh,
groups or a bunch of Instagram people will be part of this particular group, and then there's a leader that says, okay, please try to like at least 3 photos of every person in this group, or things like that. They have that sort of thing going on now. I don't know if Instagram's cracked down on that, because some people say that they don't really like this, right? But that's a tip. So find a group of people that you want to collaborate with and have some sort of understanding that you will support each other by commenting and liking each other's photos on a regular
that
basis.
makes sense. That makes sense.
Mhm.
Any tips on hashtags and how they work now, or how do you maximize the use of a hashtag?
Okay, so for hashtags, you don't want to pick a hashtag that has too many numbers. Okay, you want to pick something that's just medium, because if it's too many, your picture won't be seen in the thousands of people that are posting under that same hashtag.
By number,
But
you
if
mean
you
like
choose something with a
hashtag
lower
beauty?
number,
You mean
yes,
not
because
so? Yeah. What's a medium
yeah,
number?
medium number would be something like let's say 30,000, 20,000. There's some hashtags that have about 200,000 and up on it.
Mm,
So I
yeah.
don't think that's a really good um, hashtag to put your, like this one, for instance, has 2.7 million. So that's so much. So the chances of your photos getting seen in 2.7 million other photos would be very slim.
Okay.
Whereas if you choose a hashtag that, let's say, has only about 70,000, then maybe you have a better chance of being seen.
Okay.
Aside from hashtags, I also like to,
Just have
so
to get
if this is a photo, I go to edit,
answer the phone, please.
and under edit, I go to edit alt text. So if you go to edit alt text, you'll see that there is a provision for you to write your alt text. So an alt text is not a hashtag, and it is not some fancy description. It is simply saying what your photo is saying. Like if your photo is an ice cream, you just say ice cream. If your
Okay.
photo is, let's say, you with your children and a dog, then you can just say dog. So it's very simple, but that also adds to the visibility of your photos in some way. So you need to edit the alt text.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
focusing on what my team does, right? We post products. There are Newskin gives us fancy pictures to post. Would that be better, or an authentic picture of like us holding the product or doing something with it?
Yes. An authentic picture is always better than something that is shot in a studio and
Yeah.
something that is very stiff and looks like a brand commercial. Yeah. But again, you have to pay attention to what your background is. Make sure that it goes with the rest of your feed. Maybe you're wearing something that is part of your branding. The
Okay.
color that you're wearing is part of
Okay.
your branding. Another way to do it is to mix your feed. So if you want to add in a little bit of, let's say, product photos, mix that together with your lifestyle photos
Okay.
and jumble it up so that it looks seamless.
Um, Instagram over Facebook. I know you use Instagram for Marilen styles. Where would Instagram lead Facebook over?
Um, I what from what I've read and from what I'm learning is that there are different viewers and different uses. So Facebook has been very good recently during the ECQ and the lockdowns for conducting webinars and interviews, just like what we're doing now,
Mm.
right? Uh, they I also think that Instagram has a somewhat younger niche and maybe a higher class of society. That's what I've read. So
Yeah, I heard
probably
that
in the
too.
B and in the A class of society. And whereas if you want to reach a more diverse number of people with regards to age and society or class, then Facebook would be a good way. But if you can, always go with two. Always go with both.
Do you link
You can,
your, yeah.
yeah, yes, you can even link. You can link whatever you post on Instagram, you can link that to your Facebook. So that's what I do. I usually link my Marilen Styles Instagram page to my Marilen Styles Facebook page.
Okay, so you also have a Facebook page now. Aside from your personal
Yes.
page, you do a
Yeah,
Facebook page. Wow.
right.
You're busy. That's a lot of work.
Yeah. Oh, once you get the hang of it, it's nothing really. And then there's posting schedules. So there are apps like um, Icon Square or something. What other apps? I think lately there are apps that allow you to look at your Instagram account in depth and show you which posts are working more, which posts have more engagement, what time your followers are online, and they will show you a bar graph. And so for the Philippines, according to, well, mine and a couple of my other friends, almost everyone is safe for the Philippines. It's morning and then it's 9 p.m. 12 noon also sometimes. So the hot hours to do a post would be in the morning when you wake up at around 8 or 9, at 12 noon, 6 p.m., and then 9 p.m.
That's good.
Because these are the hours when a lot of people are on Instagram. So the chances of people seeing your photo will be higher.
Does that still apply now during the lockdown, or this was
Yeah, I
pre-lockdown?
think so.
Still a bit,
I
no?
Yes, still a bit. And then lastly, just enjoy. My advice really is to enjoy what you're doing and be consistent, because it's quite difficult to build a following because of all these algorithms. But once you're enjoying what you're doing and just really showing what you are using and how you're using it in your daily lives, then it will not seem tiresome.
Okay, just a little tip for our viewers now who are in
Mm-hmm.
Newscan. We are not allowed to boost. We're not allowed to pay to boost to get viewers
Yes,
and things like that. But that's just a
right.
new skin thing. That's a new skin rule. But in real life, like with my comics, I get maybe 1,000, 2,000 views. But when I boost, wow, it gets about 80,000, 90,000.
Right.
On 800 pesos. So it's interesting.
Wow.
Let me go
Yeah,
to the
yes.
question. The question. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, how about posting quotes? Does it get good engagement?
Post-it quotes. Yes,
It
it
does.
does.
Really?
Yes. So
Okay.
it pays to spend a lot of time on your captions, because I read that people like to read for some reason. I'm not one of them. But if you spend time putting a meaningful caption, then it adds sentimental value, it adds emotion to your photos, and so people like that.
Okay. Well, I like my hashtag. Now, my hashtag is pushmote, hashtag kembot pa more, hashtag, what's my other hashtag? No, push, just push, hashtag push. Yeah, those are my favorite hashtags. Next
Yeah.
question. Do you maintain separate personal Instagram and business Instagram accounts?
No, I don't. So
Yeah, it's
for
quite a
Instagram,
lot,
I
huh?
only have one.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
I only
Facebook,
have one Instagram. But
yeah,
my Facebook, I have a personal Facebook account. And that's where, I post anything not connected to my brand. I
yeah.
rant about the government. It's so hard not to rant.
No, I
And
really
then
avoid. Actually,
I,
sometimes I post, but I delete. But now that you said
yeah,
that, when you rant, okay, when you rant on your personal account, does it affect your Instagram business account?
no, no. It's not. It's separate. So my business account is really just for my brand, which is lifestyle. So it's,
Okay,
you see, about interior design. That's where I posted all the Facebook series of what do you call it? Facebook Live webinars that I had, wherein I interviewed different guests, and that series was called creating a home you will love in this new normal. So
Wow.
people are staying at home, right? So it really pays to have a house that is more organized and decluttered and something pleasing to the eye that you will be inspired to see because you're
Yeah.
staying there like 90% of your time now.
No, the house has really been
Your house is beautiful.
that's the new bar area. The den is fixed. The
Yeah.
Wow, Sandy's really been spending time here. My team is reminding me of my other hashtag, hashtag carry bells, hashtag bonga kaday. That's about it. But my favorite is hashtag kembot pamor. Yeah, and push mate. Those are my favorites.
That's so
Okay,
fun.
YouTube. YouTube. Do you YouTube?
Yes. I started YouTube. You know, when we moved from the from Hong Kong back to the Philippines, I had a company that offered to take photos,
Okay.
videos rather, and create YouTube videos for me. And it was good. It was the start of my YouTube channel. Unfortunately, with every other thing that I'm doing, I decided not to focus on that right now, but to build my IGTV and Instagram instead
Yeah, yeah,
because it does take a lot of effort. The editing and building a YouTube following is a whole different thing. And
yeah.
I really need to take time to study the algorithm of YouTube and what have you. So I said, okay, I'll just focus on Facebook and Instagram for now.
For whatever it's worth, during lockdown, a lot of us started creatively exploring. And I branded my Coach Rob YouTube channel, and I had some interviews, and I branded my
How's
Coach.
it?
I gave up. I gave up.
Yeah,
I
it's
gave up
not so
because,
easy.
no, yeah, and I realized, okay, because first of all, this group, SME community, is my number one priority, right?
Right.
This is really my priority. But I was thinking,
Swerte nyo kay Coach Rob.
well, lucky I have friends like you that'll share. Yeah, no, but yeah, I mean, you're elevating the team, and I'm glad that you're sharing. But with YouTube, I realized that, okay, Coach Rob saying, right, this is one of my Coach Rob saying, is that it's not whether we succeed or fail. We know how to succeed in. The only question is, am I willing to do what it takes in order to succeed in what I decided on? And in order to succeed in YouTube, it's look to succeed in YouTube. There's a definite strategy, but that strategy entails creating content every day. It's really a
Mhm.
daily grind, right? It's really a daily grind, and it's a full time thing. So the money could be
Yes.
huge, but it's a full time effort. And I said, no, I don't want to do that. With
Yes.
Instagram, naman, um, Instagram's not my playground. No,
Mm-hmm.
it's not where I choose to succeed. It's really Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
not even my Facebook Coach Rob page, which is, you really have to pump out a lot of content. And I just want to sell my, I had to narrow down what I do. It's to sell the deodorant and new
Mm.
deodorant, and to teach people, and that's here. So this particular group now
Mm.
we're coming up to 14,000 members.
That's a
Um,
lot. Yeah, it's good.
yeah, and so this is my priority, and also instead of publishing this information out there, it's exclusive to my members so that
Ah, yes.
they have an edge now on everyone else. No, these are things I'm not
Yes.
sharing outside. So for the team,
Yes.
oh, there's a question. What about Twitter? That's an interesting question. I have Twitter, but I use it just to
Mm.
read other people. Do you use Twitter?
My Twitter used to be linked to my Instagram account. For some reason, it got unlinked and I haven't connected it yet. But that's one thing that you can do just so that you have visibility. Although, to be honest, I have not really studied Twitter and I don't know of many influencers on Twitter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pinterest. My niece blew
Yes.
my mind. She goes, Uncle, look, I have 500,000 unique views this month. I go, "What?" Hi, Maeva, if you're watching, Maeva. She's 15, 16 years old,
Yes.
500,000. And I've never seen Pinterest used as a personal account. I see it for hobbies, things.
Ah, right.
Have you
Yeah.
used Pinterest?
Yes, I have a following on Pinterest, and
Wow.
Pinterest is what I use to drive followers to my blog. So
Wow.
my blog is marilenstyles.com, and I used to I used to write on my blog quite often. Right now, it's really mainly for sponsored posts, and I don't write on it anymore unless there's a sponsored post. But yes, Pinterest is great. I just check now, and I don't really pay attention to the numbers, but I
Yeah.
have 191,000 monthly viewers.
Holy moly.
So yeah, so that's pretty good. And I once took an online course about Pinterest, and that's a whole different story. But
Yeah.
it's really good for driving viewers to a website and possibly
Okay.
for sales also.
You've been in this world now for about 4 years, 5 years? 5 years.
Y- Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, to inspire, now this is your advocacy though, but to inspire the mommies in the group who are experiencing homeschooling for the first time, not even homeschooling, they're putting their kids in front of a laptop, no? But,
Yes.
you do make a living from home
Yes.
and you homeschool. How do you manage your time?
Okay, so what we do is the mornings are for homeschooling. Okay, so when I wake up, I have my breakfast and then I work out. After
May
workout, we
workout pa.
homeschool. Oh, that's like my me time. I need that, right? So I do that in the morning, and so we start homeschooling around 10,
Okay.
and then we'll probably end around 3 p.m.
Okay.
Of
Oh,
course, there's a
wow.
lunch break.
Holy, that's a long time.
Yeah, but there's a lunch break. Like there's maybe a 1 or 2 hour lunch break.
Buti your
And
students are
then,
mabait.
yeah, mabait sila. And then from 3 p.m. onwards to dinner time, which is around 7, that's time for my work. So I can do my Facebook lives, I can do Zoom interviews like what we're doing right now. When it was not lockdown, that's when I used to attend all the events and the product launches around Metro Manila. Now everything's just on Zoom. And so recently it's really just scheduling. So my kids are now on summer vacation, and I said, okay, I have more time because I'm not teaching them in the mornings, and so
Yeah.
that's why I thought of connecting with you, and maybe I can start promoting
Yes.
the baobab and stuff like that.
Okay, now very interesting because one of my team members actually approached you, and here's what I want to ask
Yeah.
her, and I congratulated her. It's a good job, no? But for a lot of the people in New Skin now, what is the best way to approach an influencer and get them to partner?
um you know, all the other influencers like me and all my other influencer friends, to be honest, we get a lot of free products. And I, if we like the product, 100% sure it will go on Instagram stories. If the people are nice and we want to support. Uh, Usually, I think what the other influencers are doing is that, oh, the paid products, when we're paid cash to post on Instagram, that is when it goes to the feed. But like me, I'll post anything on my stories to help other people, especially in the lockdown. I haven't been picky at all, no matter how, no, even if it's not very much according to my branding, I'll post it because I say that I like to support local and I like to help other people. And so I don't know if you're allowed to do that with New Skin, but that's how we operate. The influencers operate. We get a lot of free stuff to try because we
Yeah.
also really want to promote something that we've tried and we've tested.
Can I ask why do you like the baobab?
It smells really good, and the it's very hydrating. It's highly moisturizing. And I also got it for the mosquitoes, diba? Yeah.
Yeah, that's we're bowel to say, but that's really
Yes.
the number one selling point. I've had people really rave about that. No, instead of putting the toxic chemicals on the kids
Yes.
during, I mean, right now we're locked down for COVID, but if you talk to our friends in Lifeline, dengue is still the number one killer in the Philippines. It's still
Really.
dengue. It's still dengue.
Wow.
It's still dengue.
Wow.
Actually, I
Yes.
watched an infographic of how COVID surpassed heart disease as a killer, it hasn't
Right.
surpassed dengue.
Wow.
It's still dengue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one of my best products.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So can you walk me through, no? Just to give us an idea, because
Sure.
kami, feeling influencer kami, we post, we post micro influencer, we post, and we want to get sales, no? So in your experience as an influencer, how do you get the best sales for your clients? Now, so let's say I'm brand X, I give you a product. What's the best way to get sales for the product?
Um, when I post it on Instagram, I noticed that if it's very direct, like me holding the product up there, it won't get so much likes. But if
Really?
it's me, yeah, they don't like
Okay.
it because they'll say, I don't know, for some reason, maybe your followers can give me feedback. Why do you think you will not like a photo that is yelling out there of me
Okay.
holding a product versus something where I am maybe using the product and something more authentic? I think they want authenticity. That's
Yeah.
what they want.
Yeah.
And so sometimes, like, the brands that pay the influencers with cash, they have a certain protocol already, or the certain brief that we need to follow. Like, the product has to be here, you have to be wearing this, it has to be shot at this background.
Mm.
And sometimes I'll really tell them, okay, but this, me holding the product, it's not going to get much likes, it's not going
Mm.
to get a lot of likes. So there are other influencers I noticed even completely disregard the brief and just don't hold the product at all.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, so
I mean,
uh,
you want them to be again authenticity, no? And then when you're following their brief, then it's not authentic.
oo, yeah, baka ganun kasi hindi siya authentic, and baka they'll say na, oy, ini-endorse mo lang yung product, baka I don't know what it is, but
Yeah.
that's what I've noticed.
I think it's a bit
Yeah.
too commercial, and there's already a lot of
Yes.
distrust with commercial. That's good.
Yeah.
So now let's say you have the product. Let's say Baobab, right? You have it, and then would you IGTV? Would you IGTV it? Would
I would
you?
IGTV it, definitely. I would
Okay.
also do a lot of Instagram stories of me using the product. So another good tip that I want to give you guys is
Oh, please.
consistency.
Okay, I like that.
Consistency in terms of your name branding across all your social media platforms. So my Facebook, my Instagram, my Pinterest, it all has one name, and that's Marilen Styles. And that's also the name of my blog, marilenstyles.com. So you have to keep consistency because you're building recall, right? And next is consistency with regards to the postings. So I think there was a question earlier asking how many times I post on Instagram. I post for sure once a day, but when I have more time, I post twice a day. So once a day consistently, that's a consistent given. And it's okay to link or to mimic that to your Facebook or to your Twitter. That's okay. Pinterest is a whole different story because you kind of have to edit your photos on Canva and put like text, because Pinterest, they like rich text. Rich text is when you put, let's say you're going to post Baobab, and then you make a graphic for that and say maybe natural natural body butter benefits, whereas just posting the plain picture, that will not work for Pinterest. So Pinterest has to have more graphics and a title, sort of like a magazine page that's selling your product or your post. Yeah.
Do you find that there's a certain number of posts frequency in a day that turns people off, where they say, this is too much, let me just unfollow?
No, no, I don't think so. Especially with stories, a lot of people really get into the Instagram stories because they feel like they're a part of your life. And so, like me, just walking, walking them through my everyday life is something apparently very interesting, and that's how you build regular followers, because they feel like they really know you. They're a part of your life. They see your house. They know what you do at a certain time. and they feel more connected to you that way.
I want to say hi to Mars, who's watching from the Czech Republic. She's always
Wow,
watching. Yeah.
hello. How are they there? I think
uh,
not much cases there, right?
I don't know, Mars. How's it there? Okay, guys. We're wrapping up for the last 5 minutes. If you have any questions, send them down. I'm reading the
Yeah.
chat now, so we have about 5 more minutes. If you have questions, ask
Mm-hmm.
them now. But my question, um, I get overwhelmed, Marilyn. I get overwhelmed. Although I started to do it, no. So Coach Rob, same graphics,
Mm-hmm.
same profile picture, same colors, YouTube, Instagram, but I do most of my stuff just on my personal wall on Facebook. I guess I don't know
Right.
because it's a lot of work already. And then here, no, this is
Yeah.
my main thing.
Yeah,
Can
you
I?
have a good following here.
Okay, actually, I want your opinion. You've been in here for about 2 or 3 days now, but I have a huge library of knowledge, guest speakers going back five five years now, a lot of training. What can you say about this particular community? What did you notice right away?
Um,
Fishing.
I I noticed the number of followers you had, and so at first I wasn't sure if it was just yours or if it was something where there were other admins also. So I was very impressed with the number of your followings, and I saw that there are people from different parts of the world. So congratulations, and that's great. It's always go for international. So um, that's one thing that I learned also is try to make authentic relationship and engagement with people from an international setting, and don't just focus on the Philippines,
Right.
because
Okay.
why limit ourselves, right?
Yeah.
And the best advice I can give so that one will not feel too overwhelmed is to really enjoy what you're doing and don't pay too much attention on the numbers, because when you
Okay.
do, you
Yeah.
will lose confidence, and you might even be discouraged to continue. But what you need is consistency, and you need to continue. So just enjoy it. Don't pay too much attention. Work with what you have, which is this Facebook community and your Facebook group. And if you have too many platforms, you can just cross post or link
Yeah.
so that you're not too busy.
Okay, let me just check here. Last message. Okay, I think everyone's just grateful for what you shared. Excellent, excellent stuff. Okay, so to wrap up, do you want to invite everyone to check out your
Oh yeah,
blog, your
please.
yeah.
Sure, thank you. So yeah, my Instagram is MARILEN Styles. The same with my Facebook page, MARILEN Styles, and on Pinterest it's the same. Very simple, MARILEN Styles. Yeah.
No, but
So that
that
way
yeah.
it's easy to remember, and you know you're known for that already, and that's great, right? Like if you're known for, you have a distinct brand.
My question though is where do you get the most engagement from all those platforms?
Um, Engagement would be Instagram,
Hmm. Okay.
because people are following me and my whole day on Instagram stories, and they're commenting, and they know my kids by name. And um, uh, the least the platform that I spend the least time on would be Pinterest,
Okay.
but my posts are seen by many. So you might want to study that and explore that also, and how it can work for you to sell products. I
Okay.
believe that a lot of people post about essential oils, and essential oils is MLM also. And so that's something that you might want to study on Pinterest, how the users or the distributors of Young Living and doTERRA are posting, because they do a lot of Pinterest.
In
So you
Pinterest.
want to study how they do that.
That's do you use Kumu? Because that's a Filipino platform, no?
No, no, I don't.
Yeah, the one of Casey. Okay, this is just the last clarification from me. What's the difference
Mhm.
between IGTV and stories?
Okay.
When you're putting it up on, yeah.
Yeah, so IG stories is a video that will be about 15 seconds. And so if you want to post something long, you'll have to have a series of videos. But it's just like hi, so this is what I'm doing today. I'm having breakfast, or look at my breakfast for today, things like that. Or like I take a video of the kids playing, and just so it's something that you're doing constantly throughout the day if you want to get into that. Whereas IGTV is a video session in itself with some editing involved. So I have my tripod, and I edit, and I use some different apps for edit. It's like a mini commercial that I make
Okay. I
to
don't know if you
promote a
saw,
certain product.
we had Anthony Pangilinan speak, and he's the first one that I got to interview that has his own applause and laugh track and all that. He has sound effects. Galing. There's people
Oh
clapping.
yes,
Galing.
yeah, yeah.
I felt so insecure after I go. I don't even have a ring light. Now I need sound effects. Oh, funny. Marilyn, this was really invaluable information. Again, you are a member of SME community.
Thank you. I
It'll
look
be,
forward to learning a lot.
you know
Yeah.
what, actually, Marilyn, moving forward, no, as next year comes around, New Skin is launching the Nutricential line, which will be so aligned with your natural approach. No,
Mm.
we're launching products with uh, plant adapt adaptogens, etc.
Oh yes,
Adaptogen, yeah.
yes, yes.
So we're
Adaptogens.
launching
Yeah.
skincare line with adaptogens.
Wow.
Yeah,
Exciting.
it's
Okay.
it's launching in the States, and I'll keep you all informed. Okay, so last year for the team. Oh, just one last question from Mars from Czech Republic. Do you need to
Uh-huh.
have a website before posting on Pinterest?
No, you don't.
Yeah, you
You
can
don't
just
have
post
to have
there.
a website. Yes. So your Pinterest you can use to lead people to your Facebook page
Okay,
or to your Instagram page. So
okay,
when they click on that Pinterest photo, they click on it and it can go to your Facebook page. That's where you want them to go to.
okay. And with that, I want to invite everyone to follow Marilen
Yes.
on Instagram,
Thank
follow
you.
her on Facebook, follow her blog, follow everything. And I'm
Yes.
personally a fan. No, I like the aesthetic of your Instagram, and I'm also looking forward to watching your kids grow up. I noticed one likes the spotlight more than the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, one is a ham, one's a little shy boy, but an amazing drummer. No, such an amazing
Yes.
drummer. Okay, so everyone, I
Yeah.
hope you enjoyed today's session. I
Feel
hope you
free
guys
to
found that.
message me. Like if you think of any questions, feel free to message me on Instagram because I'm always on it and I always reply because I like having authentic relationships with my
You know,
followers.
the team, hell, I followed you already. The team will take you up on that because I do think
Yes.
you're one of the best out there. I do think, you're one of
Gosh.
the pioneers. No, I
I,
do. You know,
I don't have as many followers as the others, but that's okay. I mean,
let me give you
as,
my observation, and I hope it's a compliment.
hmm?
Yours is really authentic. No, I know that you live the life that you portray on Instagram. There's nothing fake about it. It's really who you are. I know that everything that you post, you truly believe. So while I see a lot of the other people posting, I see it as contrived and commercial, right?
Mm, mm,
Whereas yours are
mm.
authentic, which is why you get the endorsements that you do. You can show that thing again in the background if you like.
Yeah.
One more time, you understand?
So I was doing an endorsement for
Downy.
Dove.
Galing, galing, galing.
Yeah,
Okay,
so you'll
Maylan,
see it. Please like it. When you see it on my Instagram, I need likes for the paid
we'll
ones.
make sure. I'm sure the
So
team naman that doesn't compete with New Skin, at least not yet. So we'll buy the
yes.
Downy. All right. Regards to the
Thank
family.
you.
Take care, Maylan.
Okay, bye. Thank you so much.
Super appreciate this. Bye bye.
Okay, bye.